I'll give you background a little bit about the Thunder and where we are here. Obviously a gorgeous place to see a game, and you've been, and you obviously have enjoyed it here. The team moved from London, Ontario in 1994, just as minor league baseball was turning from a small business to a big business industry. And so when they first moved here, they were affiliated with the Detroit Tigers. And then after that first year, they signed an agreement with the Red Sox, and they were the Boston Red Sox affiliate up until 2003. So we've got guys who have played here, and a number that's retired. Nomar Garcia-Parra, who is now on ESPN, he played here. Just a number of the Red Sox players over those years played here. And now you're starting to see a lot of the Yankees players. I think 24, 25 of the Yankees 40-man roster players have played here in Trenton at one point. So 18 going into the 19th season here at Waterfront Park, and it's just been a mixture of the affordable family fun, which is what we try to sell, and then also a mixture of the baseball as well. So not necessarily everybody that comes here is interested in baseball, but we try to provide a fun, family-oriented atmosphere, and I think we do a good job. So, I actually didn't really know what I wanted to do when I graduated high school, but I managed to get into college, fortunately, and I started kind of looking at the different options that were available, and communication seemed something I was really interested in. How the media worked was something I was really interested in, and of course, interested in baseball throughout my life. So I kind of was able to merge those together and try to work with the college radio station a little bit, and see if I could find any internships that were out there as I was going through college and getting more serious about leaving. I do the play-by-play, so I'll describe what's happening on the field. So it's more of a reactionary description than something that you have to plan in the back of your mind that you have to say. Now, if you're doing like a newscast or a sports center, if you're a sports center anchor, there's a teleprompter and there's a pre-written script, and there's
you just gotta whatever they say you have to read.
Yeah. There's people that are scared to death of doing baseball. So there's some guys that do football or basketball, and that's constant action. So you don't have to come up with anything to say. It's just you're describing what's happening. And the baseball, well, there's a pitch, and then there's 20 seconds of either dead air, or maybe you've got something to say, you know. But sometimes that scares people. I'll do an interview as when I first started out, I try to write down every single thing that I was going to ask, and then as you go forward and have done it more and more, you kind of have a general idea of what you're going to ask, and a lot of times you just ask, to be honest with you, from our perspective, not hard-hitting questions. You know, I'm a ambassador of the team, so I won't try to drill anybody, and I'll ask them easy, open-ended questions that then they can talk about.
And when the New York players come, do they come like for like a week, or like how long do they stay, or the New York team tells them?
They and each system has a chain, so our players will start their careers in Staten Island or in the Gulf Coast League, which is down in Florida, and then if they're good enough, they'll get promoted to Charleston, South Carolina. If they're good enough there, they'll get promoted to Tampa. If they're good enough in Tampa, they'll get promoted to here. If they're good enough here, they'll get promoted to Scranton. If they're good enough there, they'll get promoted to New York. So there's
a whole list.
That chain is pretty much the same for every minor league team, just different cities. The Yankees will send us some of their injured players as they're trying to make their way back to New York. So instead of throwing them right back in the major league lineup, they want to see if they're ready and if they can fully play. So yeah, we had Derek Jeter here this year. We had Andy Pettitte for a playoff game in 2010. Before that, Roger Clemens had pitched here. Bernie Williams had played here.
Wow.
So, and it's ideal for us because we're so close to New York. So it's convenient for them to send us players. But so we call them major league rehabs, is what it's called.
And did they ever like hit a home run here? You know?
Jeter had a base hit in between short and third,
Okay.
and we had Phil Hughes here this year. I think he struck out 8 when he was on the mound. And they're not trying to win the game for you. They're just trying to make sure that they're
They can still
yeah
hit.
yeah. Because unfortunately for them, our wins and losses are inconsequential. It's all about building wins and losses for the major league team, so they can ultimately win a World Series.